Hi everybody. Welcome to the Quick and Carry Kitchen. I'm Kristen Madrine, and can you hear my Instant Pot cooking over there? I have a delicious recipe for you today. This is egg roll in a bowl, and you've probably seen the recipe on some of the Instant Pot groups on Facebook, or it's a pretty popular recipe, and I will admit that I'm a little late to the game on this one, but I am so excited because it is so delicious. It is so economical to make. It's quick and it's easy. And I am going to get all of this in the pot while I'm talking to you today. So already cooking. I'm doing a double batch because I'm feeding the Quick and Carry crew today, and they're all hungry people. So in the pot, I've got 2 pounds of pork that I have already browned with some olive oil and some sesame oil. And that really brings out a lovely flavor as you are sauteing in the pot. And so now that that's all done, I am going to add some purple onion, and that's about a cup of purple onion. And then I'm going to add about a cup of scallions that I've chopped, just the white parts. And I'm going to get that stirred up a little bit and then tell you a couple of other things while that part sautés a little. I always reduce my saute function to medium on the Instant Pot because I think it tends to really cook high. At least my Instant Pot does. So I set my saute on medium. So there, I've stirred in the red onion, and I've stirred in the scallions, and I'm just going to let that cook for a second. Right here in front of me, I have some fresh ginger that I've grated on my microplane grater, which is one of my favorite kitchen tools. I must use this almost every day in my real life. And I also have already pressed about 7 cloves of garlic. And remember, I'm doing a double. When we offer you the recipe, it'll just be for a single batch of this recipe. And remember, we're going to ask you if you want a downloadable PDF of the recipe. Just answer yes, and we'll be happy to send you one. You can also find this recipe and all of our recipes over on our blog at quickandcarry.com. And last week during the show, I told you that we were going to randomly pick one person from all of the commenters, both the people that watch us live. So hi to any of you who are watching us live, but hello to all of you who watch us later. And today's gift goes to one of our laters, Suzanne Waite. You are our winner from last week. So congratulations, Suzanne. I'll be contacting you after the show today, and we will be sending you a 6-quart Quick and Carry Instant Pot bag, because I think that's what you said in your message to us, is that you have a 6-quart. All right, so those onions have had a little bit of a chance to cook, and the pork is getting nice and brown. So now I'm going to add the ginger, and I'm just going to dump all that in. Very good there. And I'm going to get the garlic in. And if any of you have watched the show before, you know that this is one of my cooking secrets, is always add the garlic last after everything else has cooked a little. And that means that your garlic won't have a burnt taste. And for people who don't like garlic, a lot of what they don't like is the overly cooked taste that garlic can get if it is sauteed in a recipe too early. So I always like to leave the garlic for at the end. All right. I'm going to give that just another second. And one more piece of housekeeping detail. Next week, I am taking a day off so that I can go be with my very best friend for a weekend away. And so we will post a show next week that's a very special show about rhubarb in the Instant Pot. I don't know about where you are, but here in northern Michigan, we finally are getting warm days and our rhubarb is growing beautifully. And there is nothing that says May like rhubarb. And so I'm going to show you how to make a couple of drinks with a rhubarb, making a rhubarb sauce to go over ice cream, that sort of thing. And we're going to have the show prepared for you for noon next week. So we won't be live, but we'll still have a show, and it'll be a special show about rhubarb. All right, so this stuff is probably just about done, and it is so fragrant and beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the saute off. Hi, Cammie. Thanks for your question. Cammie has asked us, could you make this with ground chicken? Yes. I chose pork because pork is more traditionally an egg roll meat, but you can use ground chicken, you could use ground turkey, you could use ground beef, you could use a combination of the two, or you could use no meat at all. This could easily be a vegetarian meal, and that is one of the things I love about this recipe and about most Instant Pot recipes like this. You can make it yours. And I do, Cammie, I'm really glad you asked that question. Hi, Kara. Oh, Kara says this is one of her faves. Andy, hi, how are you today? Glad you could join us. Hey, Kathy Genevieve, I'm so glad to see you with us today. One of the things I want to talk about before I go any farther with the recipe, I'm just going to let that cool down a second, is a recipe is going to feature maybe some ingredients that you have not heard of before. So I want to go over them with you, and you can use the kind that are available in your region. So one of the things is coconut aminos. Coconut aminos is derived from coconut flowers, and it's like a soy sauce, but it doesn't have any sugar and it doesn't have any wheat. And most soy sauces are not gluten-free. But because I cook for someone who has lupus, I have to be super careful. So I'm using coconut aminos instead of soy sauce. You can use soy sauce. I did use some sesame oil in the bottom of the pot when I first started sauteing the pork, and that just adds another layer of really lovely, lovely flavor. I have added the coconut aminos and the mirin. Mirin is a rice cooking wine, and it has a nice sweet taste, and it's very complimentary in a dish that has sort of a oriental flavor to it. And so I've already put the mirin and the coconut aminos in the water that I'm using here. And then this lovely product is like a sriracha marinade, but again with no sugar and no wheat. So because I have to be very careful because of whom I cook for, I buy products that are maybe a little bit different than what you're used to. But this is a sweet chili sauce. So whatever you can find in your area that goes with, that is like a sweet chili sauce, it'll be perfect in this. So I've already put some of the sweet chili sauce in the pork as I was making that. So now I'm going to deglaze the pan and put that liquid in there. And remember, most of the time you want to scrape the bottom of the pot and just make sure there's no burned bits on the bottom. You want all that brown yumminess from sauteing the onions and the aromatics, and you just want to stir that around. And I'm going to put the rest of this in like that. Very good there. And then what I have is, look at this huge bowl of slaw. So you can get the packaged slaw. This is a broccoli, cabbage, and carrot slaw. You can use what you like in your family. And again, I'm doubling this, so this looks like a ton of slaw, but because it's going to cook down in the Instant Pot, it won't be this much when it's actually done. So I'm going to put all this slaw in. and it's going to come right up to the fill line, but once I stir it, it won't be. So remember, I've sort of shut everything down. It's no longer sauteing, and I'm going to just try to stir this a little bit. I might need to use my hand a little. I don't want all of it at the bottom. I want some of the juices at the top. There we go. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top of my Instant Pot. I'm going to lock on my lid, and I'm going to set manual pressure, or on this one, pressure cook. Remember, everyone has a little bit different pot. And the fun part about this is I've never done this with any other recipe. 1 minute. And the 1 minute start, because I've already sauteed, it's going to come to pressure more quickly. And for 1 minute it will cook, and then I'm going to give it about a 5-minute natural pressure release. And that is going to take care of cooking that slaw and getting it soft without losing all of its crunch. If you went for 2 or for 3 minutes, you would end up with a soggy mess. So you do want to be careful when you use especially finely chopped slaw like that. You're not going to want to put it in for too many minutes, or it really won't hold up very well. And on the inside, that's all going to blend together. All right, I'm going to see who else is here. Good morning, David Shanahan. So glad to see you with us. And Kathy pointed out that mirin is similar to a rice wine vinegar. Yes, that's what it is. It's similar, and it's very, very nice. It's a little sweet, and that does have a little bit of syrup, corn syrup and sugar in it. So if you're trying to avoid it, you do need to find a rice wine that doesn't have any sugar in it. All right, now I'm going to show you the secret to why this is so delicious. In this bowl, I have the drizzle sauce that goes over this in the bowl when it's done. And here is the product that I use. It's Chosen Foods Avocado Oil Mayo in black garlic flavor. So it's very, very garlicky. When you take this and combine it with a sweet chili sauce, what you get is heaven in a bowl. It is so good that when I made this for my daughter last night, she couldn't get enough of it. There were absolutely no leftovers at my house. You know how I usually have a bowl over here to show you what it looks like? Today, I don't. And it's because we ate it all. That's how delicious this is. So I'm stirring together some of this hot chili sauce. It's not super spicy. I don't like super spicy, so I'm not going for the gusto with it. You can do what you like. And I'm using this black mayo. The black garlic mayo. You can make your own garlic mayo. And on my blog today, I did provide you with a link to a wonderful recipe for making your own garlic mayo if you wanted to do that. You don't have to use a garlic mayo, but this combination is somewhat wonderful together. And so I've just made a nice little drizzle sauce here. When this is done, it will be a little bit soupy. You want to stir it all together, put some in a bowl, drizzle some of this sauce over it, and you are going to love this. It is so delicious. It is so easy. Come on, 1 minute in the Instant Pot. None of this was hard to do. I think the hardest thing was grating the ginger. And other than that, this was a super easy, quick recipe. You can have this on the table for your family in just minutes. And it's extremely economical. I think this is less than $10, and I'm going to feed 5 or 6 people with this. So buying some of these things and having them as staples in your kitchen, that's a little bit more. But the slaw, the veggies, and the pork, very economical to put this together and feed a crowd. I'm going to be able to feed a lot of people from this today, and I'm going to bet we don't have any leftovers here in the Quick and Carry kitchen. Brad, nice to see you with us. Cindy, hello, how are you? Vicki, hello. Love to see all of you with us. Welcome to the kitchen Any of you who are joining us for the first time, we're always glad to have your comments, your recipe ideas. If there's something that you would like to see us make here in the Quick and Carry kitchen, I'd love to hear from you. And we always try to answer your questions. So if you have a question about a recipe or anything about the Instant Pot or even about one of our Quick and Carry transport bags, leave it down in the show comments and we will get to you after the show. We love talking to you and interacting with you, and we're always so glad that you've joined us. So I'm going to do a quick little review. This is egg roll in a bowl. You saute your pork, you add some vegetables. I put in red onions and scallions. If people in your house like celery, you can put celery in this. Then I put in a bunch of seasonings, garlic, ginger, coconut aminos or soy sauce, mirin or rice wine vinegar, a little bit of the chili sauce, which is like a sweet Thai chili sauce, and I've put all of that in the pot. It only takes 1 minute to cook in the pressure cooker, which I think is fantastic. You take it out, you take off your lid, you stir everything, put it in a bowl, and then you have this garlic mayo and chili sauce drizzle that you put over it, and I think that makes it absolutely out of this world. And it's so easy that even your kids could make this recipe. Hi, Roberta. Welcome to the Quick and Carry kitchen. So glad to see you with us today. Again, let's all say a congratulations to Suzanne Waite, who is our winner of a 6-quart bag. We're awfully glad that you have joined us before, Suzanne. I hope you'll join us again. Remember to comment down below, share this recipe with any of your friends. You can always find this recipe and any of our other recipes at quickandcarry.com. We have a blog over there, more information on our bags. And I'm going to do the same thing for next week. One of you is going to win a Quick and Carry transport bag. So be sure to leave us a comment down below if you're watching either now during the live show or you're watching later. Please leave us a comment. Tell us where you're from, what size bag you have, any questions, and one of you will be randomly selected to win a bag for next week's show. So thanks for watching. I'm so glad that you joined us. We are going to clear the table, and all of us here at the Quick and Carry kitchen are going to have lunch together today. You know, that's sort of how this show got started. We started a hashtag called Take Your Instant Pot to Work. Once we had our bag on the market, we started cooking with the Instant Pot here in our very humble kitchen, and out of it has grown our show. So we love to have lunch together on Fridays, and we love to eat whatever magical stuff comes out of the magical Instant Pot. And today's recipe, I can't wait to share it with everybody. So thanks for joining us today. Let me know if you try the recipe. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you'd like to see cooked in the future. And again, thanks for joining us. And as Julia Child used to say, bon appetit.